Have you ever found yourself wide awake at precisely 3 o'clock in the morning, unable to drift back to sleep no matter how hard you try? This is no mere coincidence. There is profound ancient wisdom behind why our spiritual powers and intuitive faculties tend to peak during the still of the night, in the hours just before dawn. Across countless mystical and esoteric traditions, from Tibetan Buddhism to Taoism to indigenous shamanic practices, the 3 a.m. hour has long been revered as a sacred and energetically charged time known as the witching hour. This is when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms grows thinnest, allowing us greater access to higher frequencies and our own inner wellspring of intuition and spiritual insight. What is it about this specific time of night that makes it so potent from a metaphysical perspective? To understand this, we must delve into the astrological and astronomical factors at play. Astrologically speaking, 3 a.m. marks a liminal point between the feminine, intuitive energies of the lunar cycle and the more active, outward-focused solar current. Astronomically, this is when the Earth's electromagnetic field is at its most balanced and stable point of the day, creating an energetic stillness and clarity. Additionally, our own human biorhythms and neurological functioning undergo a profound shift during these pre-dawn hours. Our brainwaves transition into an alpha or theta state, enabling us to access the wisdom of the subconscious mind. Hormone levels of melatonin, cortisol, and growth hormone also fluctuate, further priming us for expanded awareness and intuitive insight. From the perspective of ancient spiritual teachings, this 3 a.m. activation corresponds to the opening and integration of our higher chakras, the 6th third eye center and the 7th crown chakra. It is a liminal threshold where we can most directly commune with the divine intelligence that infuses all of creation and tap into the full spectrum of our multidimensional human potential. In the next several minutes, we'll explore this phenomenon of 3 a.m. spiritual awakening in greater depth. By understanding the profound energetic significance of this time and learning how to consciously harness its gifts, you can catalyze remarkable breakthroughs in your journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. To begin, let's dive deeper into why 3 a.m. is considered such a potent time from a metaphysical perspective. At this hour, the Earth's naturally occurring energy field and the biorhythms of the human body are uniquely aligned in a way that creates a gateway to higher states of consciousness. Astrologically speaking, 3 a.m. marks a pivotal point in the daily lunar cycle. This is when the moon reaches its highest point in the sky, ushering in a wave of receptive, feminine energy. Simultaneously, the sun's rays are just beginning to creep over the horizon, signaling the approach of a new day and a more outward-focused, masculine current. It is this liminal threshold between night and day, lunar and solar, yin and yang, that gives the 3 a.m. hour its profound energetic charge. This is a time of transition, of liminality, of the veil between the seen and unseen worlds growing remarkably thin. No wonder so many mystics, shamans and sages have long considered this the most auspicious hour for spiritual practice and communion with the divine. But the energetic potency of 3 a.m. isn't just astrological in nature. It's also deeply rooted in the rhythms and processes of the human body itself. During these pre-dawn hours, our brainwaves naturally shift into the alpha and theta frequency ranges. Alpha waves are associated with relaxed, hyper-aware states of consciousness, while theta waves are linked to memory, emotions, and access to the subconscious mind. Simultaneously, our autonomic nervous system enters a state of heightened balance and regulation. Levels of melatonin, the sleep-regulating hormone, begin to decline, while cortisol and growth hormone levels start to rise in preparation for the coming day. This neurobiological cocktail creates the ideal conditions for expanded intuition, psychic awareness, and direct communication between our conscious and unconscious mind. From the perspective of ancient spiritual teachings, this 3 a.m. activation corresponds to the opening and integration of our higher chakras, the 6th third eye center and the 7th crown chakra. It is a liminal threshold where we can most directly commune with the divine intelligence that infuses all of creation and tap into the full spectrum of our multidimensional human potential. Just as the Earth's energy field achieves a remarkable state of equilibrium and clarity at this hour, so too does our own internal energetic landscape become more unified and coherent. We are able to sense subtle energies, spiritual presences, and the underlying interconnectedness of all things with heightened acuity. Our intuition, creativity, and capacity for visionary insight become exponentially amplified. This is why mystics, sages, and shamans across cultures have long advised conducting their most powerful rituals, meditations, and spiritual practices during the 3 a.m. hour. It is a precious portal, a sacred window of opportunity to commune with the mystery, attune to the pulse of the cosmos, and unlock the full extent of our authentic spiritual powers. If you find yourself unexpectedly wide awake at 3 a.m., it's a sure sign that your spiritual energies and intuitive faculties are becoming activated. Your subconscious mind and higher self are attempting to communicate with you, nudging you towards greater self-awareness and spiritual growth. This nighttime wakefulness can feel disorienting at first. You may wonder why you can't fall back asleep, or worry that something is wrong. But in truth, this is a profoundly positive occurrence, an invitation to step into the sacred silence and energetic potency of the witching hour. Rather than fighting it, lean into this experience. See it as a call to awaken more fully to the mystery and magic of your own inner landscape. Allow yourself to be receptive to any intuitive nudges, visions, or emotional releases that arise. Record your reflections in a journal, so you can begin to discern the messages and meanings contained within. With patience and dedication, you may even find that you can summon the 3 a.m. energy and its gifts even when you're not waking up spontaneously. The more you commune with this sacred stillness, the more it will commune with you. As you learn to work with this potent phenomenon, rather than resist it, you'll find it becomes a wellspring of insight, inspiration, and spiritual breakthrough. So how exactly can you make the most of being awake at 3 a.m.? There are many powerful practices you can explore to fully engage with this liminal, energetically charged time. Begin with simple presence and awareness. Sit up in bed, close your eyes, and attune to the profound stillness and electric aliveness of the 3 a.m. hour. Allow your senses to receptively drink in the silence, noticing any subtle energetic shifts or intuitive nudges that arise. What colors, sounds, or sensations do you perceive? What fleeting visions or emotional currents flow through you? Record your observations in a journal, allowing the act of writing to become a form of active meditation. Let your pen move freely without overthinking. You may be surprised by the depth of insight and visionary wisdom that emerges from your subconscious mind during this time. You may also find it fruitful to engage in more formal meditation or conscious breathwork practices. The alpha and theta brainwave states you naturally enter at 3 a.m. are ideal for dropping into deeper states of focus, presence, and receptivity. Visualize a beam of light emanating from the center of your being, connecting you to the sacred energies of the cosmos. Allow your breath to become a bridge between the seen and unseen realms. For those with more experience in energy work and ritual practice, the 3 a.m. hour can be an especially potent time to commune with plant allies, work with sacred symbols and sigils, or engage in shamanic journeying. Allow your intuition to guide you in choosing practices that feel most resonant in the moment. Remember that the portal is open, you need only step through. And don't be afraid to get playful and experimental. Try free-writing poetry, painting abstract visuals, or composing spontaneous music. The creative wellspring is flowing freely at 3 a.m. Surrender to the mysterious currents that move through you and see what emerges. The key, regardless of the specific practice, is to develop a regular spiritual routine that you can return to each 3 a.m. awakening. Whether it's dream work, shadow exploration, or devotional chanting, the more consistent you are, the more you'll be able to consciously harness this potent window of time. With patience and dedication, you may even find that you can summon the 3 a.m. energy and its gifts even when you're not waking up spontaneously. The more you commune with this sacred stillness, the more it will commune with you. In summary, the 3 a.m. hour represents a profound portal into the unseen realms, a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds grows exceptionally thin. Our intuition, psychic awareness, and innate spiritual powers become exponentially heightened during this window, as our brainwaves, hormonal rhythms, and energetic bodies undergo a remarkable state of activation and integration. Across countless mystical and shamanic traditions, this liminal threshold between night and day has long been revered as a sacred time, a precious opportunity to commune with the divine intelligence that infuses all of creation. It is a moment of transition, of liminality, where we can most directly access the full spectrum of our multidimensional human potential. If you find yourself unexpectedly awake at 3 a.m., don't resist it. Embrace it. See it as a sacred invitation to dive deeper into the mystery, to attune to the pulse of the cosmos, and to unlock the authentic spiritual powers that lie dormant within you. This is your birthright, and the 3 a.m. hour is your portal to claiming it. So the next time you find yourself wide awake during the witching hour, know that your subconscious mind and higher self are calling you to awaken. What intuitive nudges, creative inspirations, or visionary insights might be waiting to emerge? What realms of expanded consciousness are available to you, if only you have the courage to step through the veil? Remain open, receptive, and trusting. Engage in spiritual practices that resonate with you, and listen closely to the whispers of your own inner voice. For in the 3 a.m. stillness, the possibilities for transformation and awakening are truly limitless. All you must do is answer the call.